Hello everyone and welcome once again to the neogaf North American StarCraft 2 tournament. This is round 1 and we have Mustafa as the blue Terran versus EscapingJail as the powder purple, powder pink Protoss. This is actually just another Terran versus Protoss. I'm not entirely sure what we'll see this time. Last two games we saw Templar tech coming out of the Protoss player. Sometimes you also see 3 or 4 gate warp gate pressure coupled with a robotics facility, either with Immortals coming out in the case of factory tech from the Terran, or quick tech to Colossus in the case of some sort of very bio-heavy marine-focused build. The Immortals themselves will also be fairly useful versus Marauders, so usually you see a couple of them. Not entirely sure what we'll see out of EscapingJail since I haven't really seen him play before. Mustafa, I have very vague recollection of seeing him play. I remember him as a fairly solid Terran, so we should see at least something. Should be a decent game. Not really sure what to expect this time. Mustafa going for the wall off, it looks like. But I don't know if that would have enough space for attack for an add-on. Doesn't really look like it. It could be that he's just going to lift off and wall off that way. Against Protoss, that's fairly safe. I wouldn't really recommend it versus Zerg though. Both players scouting, giving each other a little high five as they pass by. EscapingJail going for the safe route, getting a quick cyborg core, probably a quick stalker, just in case that there was any Reaper harass coming on. Mustafa having grabbed a fairly early gas, and a tech lab, so certainly could have been a possibility. We might still see Reapers yet, but can't really say for sure. EscapingJail just a few seconds late, can't get a scout in. Won't know that Mustafa has added on a second gas, has added on his this thing, orbital command. Mustafa playing fairly conservative with his build, not really revealing anything, building Marine just to scare this scouting probe off, but not throwing down his factory, not throwing down a Marauder. Not doing any researches yet. Just trying his best to keep everything a secret, keep everything close to his chest, and add on to his macro game, which has been fairly solid. I mean, he's continuing to pump out his SCVs, and he has the mule advantage, so he's not really that far behind in terms of macro, even though EscapingJail has the Chrono Boost available. Mustafa also getting very good scouting information in, seeing the second gateway, seeing the quick cyborg core, which is really to be expected in a Protoss versus Terran. EscapingJail going for a slightly later second gas, so I'm assuming we'll see mostly warp gate focused attack. Stalker, Sentry, no, not as many Sentries. Stalker, Zealot. Maybe just a little bit of the Robo Bay. Seeing a third gate going down. SCV comes back and we see factory tech and a couple supply depots. Should remember to bring this up. Come on, don't forget this. It's a good way to get scouted. You only have one guy guarding. Marauder. Oh, there we go. Marauder with concussive shell, second barracks going down, and a tech lab on the factory. So we should be looking at some sort of like a tank Marauder push. Fairly effective versus Protoss, but it would be weak versus Phoenix harass, which EscapingJail does have a replay of Protoss versus Terran with Phoenix harass, which was pretty good. He showed that he definitely knows how to use them well, and he made the guy rage quit, so that's always good. Oh, 4-gate push. Don't really see many 4 gates, really. But supposedly it's fairly powerful. And for some reason, Protoss is like completely crashing my frame rate. Somewhat odd. But just one sentry out here. Doesn't really have much to do with this. Oh, but this tank will definitely scare this off. I mean, most of these are armored units, and tank just does massive damage, even unsieged versus armored units. In fact, it does more damage unsieged versus armored. Reactor here, so we're going to see a few more Marines. And a starboard, most likely for... oh my, can he not fire? Somewhat interesting. Mustafa being very, very smart, bringing out his SCVs to cover this tank, just in case there might have been any zealots like coming in behind these stalkers, and just to keep the tanks alive. Second tank going down, supply depots being rebuilt, barracks just sort of sitting there acting as a funnel. Ooh, this could be bad. EscapingJail showing some really, really good control, focusing down these tanks. SCVs apparently were not set to autocast repair, so they did not go to help that second tank. More zealots coming in, mostly ground forces. Another tank coming along the way, but that really won't help as much. Mustafa moving his barracks. Looks like he's abandoning the wall off altogether. More sentries. Any follow-up? No, it looks like EscapingJail is pretty much just committed to finishing this right now. Scan going down, but it's just a little too late. I mean, these units have come in. A couple, actually, SCVs getting in on the action. Tanks just trying to survive. Ooh, that tank's going to do more damage to its allies than it's going to do to the enemy. Look at all that splash damage. Eesh. Just one Marine versus two zealots here. It's not going to end well. He has just a little bit of money, but he pulled a few SCVs to repair the tanks, but had not autocast them. So the few SCVs he's going to lose here, it's going to hurt him very, 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 very much. Another tank coming out, but stalkers are here, going to finish this pretty much immediately. More and more SCVs being pulled, but he's got nothing mining minerals right now. He's got 136 in the bank. Versus EscapingJail, who's actually had his money building up now. Tank insta-spawns, pretty much going to instantly die. I would say this is GG at this point. No real follow-up back in the main for EscapingJail, so for whoever ends up facing EscapingJail next, that might be your window of opportunity. Well, EscapingJail takes this, and he will take the next few games as well, going on to the second round. Thank you, Mustafa, for taking part in the tournament. Thank you, EscapingJail, and congratulations on your victory. See you all next time.